gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
Good morning, Huskies, and welcome back to the Weekly. We have a bunch of activities we're going to announce today, so stay tuned. We are your student council hosts. I'm Sydney Norwood.
I'm Ella Wayland.
I'm Kyla Schiller.
I'm Jackie Klesk.
I'm Dakota Hine.
I'm Sophia Phillips. And I'm Eileen Beimer.
Thanks, everybody. Now on to Dakota for the weather forecast.
Thanks, Sydney. For the weather this week, it looks a little more promising than the wet week we experienced last week. You can expect a chilly day today with a high of 36 with the possibility of some snow. But for the rest of the week, it has temperatures in the upper 40s and in the 50s. Now for today in history. On this day in history in 1970, Apollo 13's oxygen tank exploded. The now famous line that delivered the news of the explosion back to mission control,
Houston, we have a problem,
said by Commander Lalo. The mission had intended to land on the moon, but after the explosion, the crew faced many issues concerning the oxygen supply, electricity, light, and water that put in question their safety and their ability to return home. The crew ended up making a loop around the moon before making the long trip back to Earth. Thankfully, despite the many issues they faced, the crew managed to successfully lay the spacecraft down in the Pacific Ocean. Now for student birthdays.
This week for birthdays, yesterday it was Mr. Stewart's birthday. Today it is both Gabriel Cortez's and Alyssa Wenzel's birthday. Wednesday it is Blaze Fagerstrom's birthday and Ella Leyland's. Friday we have Annalisa Erickson's birthday. Saturday is Leanna Merrick's birthday, and then Sunday it is Jack Aukenbach's. Now on to student shoutouts.
For student shoutouts today, we have Caleb Jensen. Your enthusiasm for trigonometry is fantastic. Autumn Brandell, I greatly appreciate the hard work you put in. It is a pleasure to have you in class. Carter Hamilton, thank you for putting so much care and effort into the Gatsby paper. Bella Ambrose, thanks for taking a big step out of your comfort zone in podcasting. It seems small now, but being willing to take risks matters. NHD state competitors, thank you for your work as academic leaders and making it okay to be curious about history and take risks. Now on the culture catchphrase with Jackie.
Thanks, Eileen. So today's culture catchphrase is about top 20 perseverance. Top 20 students may not always know, but they don't rely on what they've done. Instead, they keep seeing and searching. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record when I say this, but COVID times have been super stressful and really overwhelming, and it's not going to get easier when we switch to distance learning on May 11th because of the new building. We've been through distance learning before, and we can do it again. It's a struggle to keep up with work for many of us, and it's hard to find motivation. So I don't know about all you in-person people, but I'm going to enjoy the remainder of in-person learning while we still have it. I encourage you all to keep a top 20 mindset during these times and keep searching for the positive. Now on to Ella with highlights and other exciting announcements.
Thank you, Jackie. Instead of our usual classroom highlights, I would like to take the time to discuss some upcoming activities and events. Firstly, student council applications for next year will soon be released. If you are interested in becoming a leader, making a change in the school community, and representing the voices of students' concerns and feedback, consider becoming a student council member. So check your emails and take a look at the student council constitution to see what your role as a member would be. Also, next week we will be celebrating Earth Day on the 22nd. Your student council has put together some fun activities to support creating a healthier planet, including the Earth Day can collection competition. From the 22nd through 30th, bring in your collected cans to compete against the other 1A classes. The class with the most cans will receive a prize. Finally, we would like to share that we are planning to have a prom event for the junior and seniors. Emails will be sent out next week with details, but Eileen has more information we would like to share now.
We will be having a junior-senior exclusive dance, but it will not be on the boat like other years. Due to COVID restrictions, we are trying to make it as safe as possible while still being fun for everyone who can come. We have a set date for prom to be on May 15th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Maranatha Outdoor Pavilion, and we'll be able to use the indoor bathrooms. Masks will be mandatory 100% of the time, besides very brief photography opportunities.
Yeah, along with new state restrictions as well, you'll have to stay in pods or groups of 6 people or less. Some more information will be sent out later, but we hope to see you there. Now on to Sophia with the teacher guest.
For this episode of the Weekly, we have a very special guest to talk about the new building. Hi, Mr. Stotler. So is the new building going to be anything like the current school? Like, what's it going to be like?
Yeah, good question. I'm sure the students are really wondering what this is all about. So it's fair to say that the outside structure of the building is going to remain the same. We're not adding on to the building and we're not taking away. So the outside structure is going to be the same footprint, but the inside structure from essentially, we're keeping the gym and the foyer, the tiled part right outside the gym. That is the only part of the building that's going to remain. The rest of it is going to be completely gutted and completely remodeled and redone. And not only that, we are going to add on to the second floor. Some of you may or may not know this, but the area above the admin office area and the big conference table there, the area above that does not right now have a second floor added to it. So we're going to increase the second floor. Think of Mr. Stewart's room, that back wall, push through that back wall all the way through the rest of the building. That's going to give us a ton more space. Not only that, we are going to move the lunchroom downstairs to the first level, and we are going to move music, art, and science all to the same area on the first floor to have kind of our specialty rooms on the first floor. The second floor is going to be just a lot of classroom space and just a lot more functional than what it is right now. So sorry, kids, you're not going to be able to hide in all those awkward nooks and crannies that this school currently offers.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to be like the most exciting part, the thing that we're most looking forward to?
Yeah. So for me, it's a lot of change that's happening with this building. Students at 10 North Lakes right now would have no reason to know this, but back when we first started here 9 or 10 years ago, we have remodeled this space already like 3 or 4 different times. And so the ability to just kind of wipe it clean and start fresh is really exciting because I just think it kind of legitimizes us as a school. It served its purpose 10 years ago as kind of this quaint, unique space for students to come into and enjoy and be a part of. But we've kind of outgrown that as a school now. And it's time to give you all the facilities and classrooms and spaces that you need to excel with what's already a pretty awesome academic offering. So that's what excites me the most.
And I'm assuming that most of the teachers feel the same way.
Yeah, I sure hope so, because they're gonna be getting some brand new spaces here.
Yeah, I know everyone's really excited. Thank you for your time, Mr. Stotler, to talk about the new building. Now we're on to Kyla.
One last reminder, Huskies, please make sure to check your emails coming up here as important information regarding the announcements will be coming out. Thanks for listening, Huskies. Have a great day, and remember that all behavior at NLA should contribute in a positive way to our learning environment.